Hello, and this is Scott Stein, and I'm about to go into the demo room here at the Steve Jobs Theater in Cupertino once again. So Apple made a lot of announcements at this event, a lot of products. There's a new iPad, there's a new Apple Watch, there are 3 new iPhones, and then all the services. So we're going to dive right in, and we're going to take a look. Come with me as I enter the fray. So first of all, here is the iPhone 11. Now Apple is clearly targeting this for the everyday person. Hey, there's Gabo. I know who that is. You may recognize him. It has 2 cameras, notably not a telephoto, wide angle and ultra wide angle, and it starts at $699. So it's less than the XR started at last year, which is interesting. There it is in another color. Let's just keep walking down the way. Take a look over here. So it's aluminum, glass, and has the A13 Bionic chip. Now that A13 Bionic chip is meant to be significantly faster, like all the other years. The new colors here, yellow and red, same as before, but there's also green and purple. Now, no rear charging, still Lightning. And the big features here, there are things like improved connectivity, there's going to be improved water resistance, it's the camera, it's the processing, a bit better battery life, an hour more. That color is pretty nice. But let's get into the other updates here, and we'll also look around for the iPhone 11 Pro. What's interesting is that Apple made that line a Pro model in name. This is the iPad. Now again, just named iPad, but it's a 10.2-inch display. Now, it's getting a little hard to tell the differences between all the iPads that are out there. If you just bought a 9.7-inch iPad, I'm sorry. But the 10.2-inch does look nice, A10 Fusion processor, and you will notice on the back here, or on the bottom, smart connector, which means you can attach a smart keyboard, which is right over there, and that is a nice update. $159, I believe, for the smart keyboard. Supports the pencil, but it's the original pencil, not the new pencil that's on the Pros. Now that one starts at $329, which is the same price as the other entry-level iPads were. So basically, it replaces it. Seems great. You know, again, if you're looking for an entry-level one, it's kind of unusual that there's a 10.5-inch iPad at the same time. Now, let's look for the Apple Watch and for the Pros. Apple Watch, let me clue you in. By the way, this is what it's like to walk around this space here. Here's the flying saucer top. And we're gonna swoop in. Here's the staircase, which is how I came down in the first place. And we're gonna swoop over here. Everybody's gathered around to take a look at what the Pro is. Now the Pro is a stainless steel case. Starts at $999, $1099 between the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The 3 cameras on the back are telephoto and wide angle and ultra wide angle, which is a common thing now in cameras. But they're also going in the fall combine to provide a new type of photo mode that's going to use the Neural Engine to provide better photos and kind of provide this fusion photo. Let's see if we can get it a little bit closer. I'm just going to watch someone else holding it. That's the iPhone 11 Pro right there. You can see its edges. And let's swoop around over here and take a look at some other people holding the Pro.
Pretty amazing when you look
right over there. And
right?
here's the Apple Watch Series 5. Now the big feature on Apple Watch Series 5 is it's got an always-on display. So there are other phones, there are other watches out there that have had always-on displays before. Apple's will looks like it's going to show the full color display at any angle, and it will refresh the display refresh rate. It will alter it to change it, make it more power efficient, so you can look at it throughout the day at the same estimated battery life as previous Apple Watch models, which is about 1.5 to 2 days. The other big feature on the Apple Watch Series 5 is a compass. So you should be using it for navigation. Other apps might take advantage of that, tell you where you're going, hiking, maybe it'll help for better maps. Apple Watch Series 5 Those are the key things. There's also an international SOS calling mode that will enable this to call in other countries, even where you may not necessarily have a phone plan. We'll have to hear more about how that works. But unlike last year where the Apple Watch Series 4 had a lot of new features, Apple Watch Series 4 is about a couple of new hardware additions, a lot of new case designs. There's titanium, there's stainless steel, there's ceramic, there's aluminum, there's also Hermes, there's Nike. So there's a lot of options. And they start at $399 and $499 for the cellular model. Here's one right here. It's the Nike band that's perforated. So now I'm just going to go all the way across to the other end, where I'm going to try to get a slightly closer look at the iPhone 11 Pro, which is pretty much locked down where everybody's looking at it. What's interesting to me is that Apple has made the iPhone 11 Pro a model that you may not necessarily get. It's one that, you might want to choose the iPhone 11, which is the one that's being held here, which looks perfectly great and has a similar processor. The Pro is going to be all about that extra camera, and it's going to be about whether that you think that that's worth it for the total upgrade. And some things having to do with finishes. I'm not sure I would want that. I would want a much more affordable phone. We'll have to see how they compare. And also, Apple is getting into services, the $5 a month for Apple TV Plus, $5 a month for Apple Arcade, and we've got a lot more coming up. There's just a look at the whole demo room. It is super, super crowded all of a sudden. There'll be a lot more to come. I'm stepping back for a moment. This is Scott Stein here in Apple Park.